play simply known to some as the Dope. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The way to start. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Oklahoma's will have some work to do after that short return. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he loses the football on the return. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers.
And that ball is live in the backfield. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. A strike downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding that.
Line getting set on second down. They're going to throw it again. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Swings it out to the flat. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They go right back to it. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Turner. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Noles have pushed it inside the 20. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. That's a good play on 3rd and short if you can get them aggressive and the defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Personal foul. Unnecessary run. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Seminoles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Leaves it with the running back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, no! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the move. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
And they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the 2nd half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Seminoles. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The inside handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught him.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Offense lining up quickly.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he scoops his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Makes one man miss. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Buffalo. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He leaves it with his back. Ball's out. It's as if that ball had a magnet Going back to the offense, how in the world did they keep it? He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on now, and he loses 4 on the carry. The Sooners in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down and run. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And he's going to bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough. Make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Vincent. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got his man.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't.
Grabs it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Hey, man, on offense, we'll take them however we can get them. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. There was a pass deflection there, but a great job concentrating to haul in that play and come up with an explosive play offensively.
Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. From the gun. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Second down coming up. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On second down, wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Release to the back. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Right on target this time. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Back to the air one more time. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Seminoles! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll go to the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking to throw. Took a shot as he threw.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And the third, just steamrolling the defense. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Seminoles have taken it inside the 20. Power football with the run. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Florida State! And the beatdown has ensued. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
You guys will get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
He'll take the deep shot. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Throwing right. It's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Let's see. He can block. He can catch. He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for their quarterback.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback.
He wants to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Turner. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. The throw. Makes the catch. It's Mayo. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. Motion from the offense. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Final minute now of the third quarter. Looking to pass on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. It'll be incomplete. Trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. The Sooner offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. Off he goes. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Sooner. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time. Going for it all. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. They'll try the run. Ran through the contact. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back. And the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark. And when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They want to run it left here. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone. But that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
Getting some heat. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Catches it at the 30.
Return is brought down at the 39.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back.
And he breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Noles! And the pummeling has started. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 5 over Maryland. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Seminoles. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's back to throw on second down. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. The Sweet Feet buy a little time and couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He gets a block. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Just ran over it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Shakes off a tackler. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking deep. Snags it on the right. He's loose. He's at the 20. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Lining up to add another. And it's perfect. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, no! And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming.
Headed to the end zone. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on first and goal. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day. And